Many misunderstandings in marriage do not originate from the marriage. They are internal people issues revealed by the marriage. As a matter of fact, you didn't even know how dysfunctional you were until you married, and then you began to blame your wife because she revealed the dysfunction within. But if you are to be honest with yourself, the dysfunction was there long before you met her. In the book of James, chapter 4, verse 1 to 4, James asks a question and then he answers it. Here's the question: what causes fights and quarrels among you? And then he answers it. Don't they come from your desires that wage war within you? Hold on. James is saying that dysfunctional relationships come from dysfunctions within. When we have battles within, it results in dysfunction around us. It goes on to say, you desire but do not have, so you kill. You covet, but you cannot get what you want, so you quarrel and fight. And then he says, you do not have because you do not ask God. And when you ask, you do not receive because you ask with wrong motives, that it to get your pleasure. The next statement is kind of, you would think it's misplaced, but listen carefully. You adulterous people. Ayaya. Don't you know that friendship with the world means enmity with God? Therefore, anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God. You see, when the Lord was asked the question, what's the greatest command? He answered, to love the Lord your God with all your heart and all your mind and all your soul. When you have dysfunctional relationships, love for your neighbor is not at work. Friendship with the world is at work. When you claim to be a worshiper of God, but you're committed to serving the world, God calls you adulterous. I'm not talking about you, my audience. I'm talking generally. Dysfunctional homes do not honor God. They do not make a climate where love can thrive. And if we are part of that, if we are the originator of it, we need to turn back to the Lord. The season of life we are facing right now has no place for dysfunctionality. We have different backgrounds, and many of them are challenging. The nuclear family may look fine, but if dad or mom are dominant, it is not fine. The home is performance-based. There is hardly any relationship in the home. The people that make up that home, the parents, may be very successful at what they do, but there's a lot of human casualty in terms of firing people or homes that are dysfunctional because they live their life based on outcomes and results. God does not measure life that way. God measures life in functional relationships. 3 relationships to be clear: you and yourself, you and God, and you and your neighbor. And in this context, your neighbor is your family member. The negligent family, everybody's gone pursuing wealth. The kids are left behind to be attended to by house help. The permissive family, where the children run the show. The parents cannot say no because they came back from dominant homes where everything they heard was no, and now they're giving their kids everything, expecting them to turn right. But in so doing, they're creating further dysfunction. The single parent home, single for many reasons, either widowed, separated, divorced, single by choice. No matter the reason for singleness, the missing parent has a part to play in the dysfunction. Let me say that there is a type of single parent that I deeply respect. The widowed, I respect them. But there's another one, the one who is never married and chooses to adopt a child. It takes a lot of courage to be a single parent in that category. Let me tell us, friends, never judge the single parent because you don't know how they became single. But with it comes a level of dysfunctionality. The polygamous home is a crowded home, completely dysfunctional. Mpango wa kando, even among Christians. God is saying, stop it. We hide to do things from men. We do those things in the sight of the living God because we have no fear of the Lord. God is saying, stop it. Time to turn around and follow the Lord. See, these situations leave wounds and cracks in our family relationships. Some of you have special needs children. Oh, my heart goes out to you. But you know, with special needs children, it takes 2, sometimes 3, to live the life of 1. You love them dearly, but you're in overdrive all the time. You're always exhausted. The Lord bless you. In all these cases, we have wounds and cracks of the soul, not physical wounds visible by the naked eye, by the normal eye, but wounds and cracks of the soul, which are not visible externally, but are experienced in the behavior of the people. Some of these are not visible at all until you go for therapy and realize how wounded you were. These strenuous family situations, for the most part, were not planned. You didn't plan for your husband to leave you. You didn't plan to have a special needs child. You didn't plan to have a debilitating long-term illness. No, you did not plan on it. It just happened. And let me ask you, friends, what is the predominant emotion in such families?